Hey, what's up, guys? Before I get into part three, I want to explain why part two ended so abruptly. It was pretty much, I can't make more than a 10-minute video, and it was like way too long, and I did not want to have to redo it again because I had to redo it previously. So I didn't redo it, and I just cut it off, and I was like, I'm going to explain it in part three. Pretty much what I was saying is I woke up and I was kicked from the clan, the Ultimate Kings. So, and that was pretty much it. After that, I was like, alright, I'm going to wrap things up, and yeah, that was pretty much it. So. Alright, just enjoy part three, and I'll see you guys in like half a millisecond. Peace out. Hey guys, welcome to part three. So, when I left off, I was talking about Ultimate Kings and how I was kicked out. So, I didn't have level 5 archers. I was working on it. I was trying very hard to get these archers, but I used my gems. I tried very hard, but I was kicked out by this freaking fatty right at the top. If you haven't watched my troll vid on where I trolled this clan a little bit, you should watch it, even though my humor is like retarded and I have the worst annoying laugh ever. So, that's pretty much how things went down. The entire time length of me being in this clan was miserable. I hated it. It was possibly, they completely ignored me. Every time I would talk, I would be completely ignored. I would say the only person that ever talked to me was Krezzy, and he still didn't even talk to me that much. And Thor. Where's Thor? There's Thor. He sometimes talked to me, not much. That was the only people that talked to me. Everyone else just completely ignored me. And even they did too. But I think the only reason they talked to me is because they felt sympathy. But it was pretty terrible in that clan. I hated it. I did not like it at all. So, somewhat I was mad. The only reason I was mad is because I used gems to try and stay in this clan. And that was pretty much it. So, after I got kicked from that clan, I go back to Susie. And I go back to her clan, and I just said, hey guys, I'm back. And I was like, hey. And, funny thing, I was, oh, so I'm like, alright, I'm gonna look for another one. They're like, oh, they're all sad again. And I was like, I'm sorry. But I do, and then this is when things go down. This is when I get close to where I am now. One day, I'm in Global, looking for a decent clan. I find a clan called Training Academy. And I'm like, what? And I was kind of curious, because they had about 16,000 trophies. Oops. They had 16,000 trophies at the time, I think. What? Hold on. I'm not a part of the family. What? Okay, I gotta do some talking with Silver. I don't really know what's up with that. Okay. Anyways, so I look at this clan. I'm like, okay, this is a decent clan. So I was thinking about joining, and the person that was in Global was Lore80. She was the one that recruited me, pretty much. Literally, I went up to her and said, hey, Laura, I'm thinking about joining. I'm looking for a really good clan. And she's like, no, you should stay with yours. You should be loyal to your clan. I'm like, nah, I've been looking, though, and they know I'm looking. She's like, okay. I'm like, I'm thinking about joining. She's like, oh, well, it's up to you. So I'm like, So I'm thinking, then I go, all right, I think I'm going to join. She's like, all right. So I say my goodbyes to them, and then I join, and things were pretty cool at first. She was very nice. The other players were nice. They welcomed me, and I was like, all right, I felt at home. So I met all the players eventually. I met KZ. He was probably, he was something else. But he was pretty cool, though. I don't know where he is in here. Oh, I think he's in Templars, too. That's why. But I met all of these guys, and everything was great. I was like the number one, number two donator every week. I was doing extremely well. And I was just happy. I loved it in that clan. I was doing good. Donations were awesome. Eventually, one day, I woke up and no, actually, it's not what happened. Lure, she said, all right, easy. I think it's time to move you to Templars. So I'm like, oh, what's Templars? And she told me what it was, the main clan. I was like, oh my god. So, actually, let me put the in front of it. So I get moved to there, and I meet a bunch of other people. I met JD. Everything was pretty good. Oh snap! The thing's different. Anyways, so things were great. Eventually, one day, I was still one of the top donators. One day, Lord came up to me and she's like, "All right, I think you're ready." And I'm like, "What?" And she promoted me to elder, and I was like, "Oh!" I felt so special. It was an awesome. It was a moment, heartbreaking moment in my life. I was like, oh my god. So I was pretty happy after that, and I was like pretty astonished by how things went down. This was about a month and a half into being in here, and I got elder. So things are pretty great. I'd moved back to training in the Templars, and I didn't even know for like 2 months that we had a training there. Templars too. I had no freaking idea that existed. So I've only visited that clan for like once. So that's pretty much how things went down. I went back to training academy one time, and Lore, I think she had to leave, so she's like, "All right, Easy, I'm gonna trust you with Elder, not Elder. I'm gonna trust you with Leader," and I'm like, "Oh crap, here we go again." So she gave me to Leader, and I held it with for a little bit. And what she wanted me to do is she wanted me to switch it with Janto, so pretty much we would be sharing it for a while. We'd switch it back and forth each day because he has a different time zone. So he was on when I was off, and vice versa. So we shared it. We did great, and I think that's pretty much what gave Lore the trust that I am trustworthy. So, quote for quote, this is actually what she said. She said that me and Master Gamer, I like to call him MG, were like her right hand man. So, aside from JD, they're co-leaders pretty much. They both made this clan together. So, pretty much that's really it up to this point. So that's pretty much my entire history in a pretty decently brief-ish description of how things were. I think I left one or two things out, and I'll probably remember it right after recording this and be like, crap. And I might put it in the description, but other than that, that'll be fine. So, before I wrap things up, I know I talked about it in the part 2, but I'm just gonna tell you guys again, be nice with this clan. This clan has some freaking history in it, man. Just join and leave. Don't say anything. Don't say, "Oh, Easy was here." Just join and then leave, okay? So I don't want anything to be wasted. So everyone can see it. And eventually it's just gonna die. So that's it, guys. That's just all I wanted to say. That's my history. Sorry about my voice being I'm sick. I feel like poop. My nose is backed up, so I can't even breathe through it. My freaking face is hot. I need to take a shower, by the way. So, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If that was a good series, or at least a good little 3 parts, let me know, and I'll be happy. So, look forward to them witches. Alright, guys. So, I'll see you later. Alright, peace out.